Sorry, my hair is a mess. I've got mad hair anyway, but I was like, it was raining outside and I got caught up my hood. Anyway, yeah, the purpose of this video, the cross is not a Christian symbol. Many of that's their cars going by the way, you hear those noises. The cross is not a Christian symbol. For about, the first time the cross appeared in Christianity was about 300 years. This is the very earliest now, after the so-called fictional character of Jesus Christ. Up until that point, a kind of a thing that looked like a fish symbol was often associated with Christianity. It was almost like a fish or an eye, and but even that was extremely rare. Early Christians used the Jewish Hebrew rabbinical motifs in, because they were Jews basically. They were radicalized, a kind of a radicalized sect of Judaism. They were not really a new religion at all. That only really happened when they infiltrated the Roman Empire, and from that point on. But many of the early so-called crucifixes all over Ireland at Neolithic, Bronze Age, and other pagan sites, you'll see along with all the, like the Bahia Stone in County Mayo, there's a famous one there. You will see the crew, and they'll say, St. Patrick was here when he brought the gospel, the true religion to Ireland, and rid us of the evil druids. You know, he had the crucifix, and he wrote the crucifix. No, they're not. That the crucifix is common all over the pagan world, and long before probably even the Hebrews existed, let alone Jesus Christ. And there's numerous examples all over Ireland, Scotland, England, of so-called early Christian crucifixes that are absolutely 100% pagan. The cross patee of the Druids, which is examples are all over Ireland, is that looks very much like the Maltese cross. It's totally 100% Druidic and pagan, has nothing to do with Christianity. Often they will find artifacts from like what they call early Christian periods, and they'll say things like, "Oh, this is proof that Christianity is much earlier." There was a case in Denmark last year where they found what looked like a Jesus figure on a cross. It was not that at all. It was probably Odin hung upside down on the Yggdrasil tree, and they reversed it up, or it was probably Thor, or it was something like that. They go, "Oh, it's proof that the gospel spread earlier." No, they didn't. By the time, from the period that was found in Denmark, the crucifix wasn't even used in Christianity. Likewise with the so-called early Irish Christian crosses that are carved on stones. The crucifix was barely used, if at all. Now, Jesus Christ, if he existed, which he didn't, he would have been crucified to a pole, which is basically, would have had his hands tied behind his head like this, and nailed or tied to a pole until he suffocated an agonizing death. And that's how they did not crucify him on crosses. So one more thing that the Christians have stolen from us, and still continue to steal from us, is the cross symbol. So none of it is Christian. It's only much later on. You're talking about really much later on, like almost close to the Norman invasion, that the crucifix became a common symbol in Christianity. And prior to that, it wasn't that much used at all. And certainly, I would say probably 90 or 100% of the cases of the so-called early Christians' crosses at Irish sites, British sites, Scandinavian sites, are almost certainly, if not exclusively all, pagan, heathen or druidic. So remember that. The Christians, it's another thing the Christians stole from us, along with our holidays and our feast days. They also stole the image of the cross, from the St. Bridget's cross, which is the swastika of the Gaelic people, to the sun cross, the cross represented ultimately the 4 cardinal points. That's where it represented. But also there was other aspects to that as well. But there you go. So most of these so-called early Christian crosses, they're nothing of the sort at all. They just said they were.